Little Grace, little Lincoln. Lucy, please tell me. Why should I? I'll give you $1. I don't have $1. And that is the end of today's horrible disaster.
We're a family of 7 who decided to travel the world 1 month at a time. Chris, Leslie, Lucy, Grant, Lincoln, Harrison, and Grace. Now, we're the 7 Wayfinders.
Hi guys.
Hey.
It's our last week in Kauai.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again.
Which is making us a little sad. Honestly, I didn't know anything about Kauai before we came. It was just somewhere I heard was really beautiful, but I never ever thought in a million years that I could live here. So it's been a neat experience because I would say that I could for sure. I've really enjoyed the laid back atmosphere of Hawaii, like especially in regards to family. It's super family friendly. Kids are barefoot all the time. Kids are shirtless.
Long hair for boys in some cases.
We haven't grown out our...
I've been working on it.
Yeah. He just cut his today, but the boys, I haven't cut their hair since Pacifica. And it's getting a little shaggy.
I don't know. We might let our sons grow up ponytails.
We might. I'm a little tempted. I mean, if you're not going to school.
Yeah.
So, a few funny things that have happened recently. Our kids have hit sort of like a little bit of an emotional wall. Our 2 oldest have separately had just meltdowns about how much they miss friends. And that's heartbreaking. Honestly, it's hard for us. But on the flip side, I have these moments where I'm so grateful for what we're doing. I went on a raft trip with my mom and Lucy and Grant, and we were just riding this raft so fast and listening to music, and Lucy and Grant were just so exuberant, just so happy. And like, it's that kind of a moment.
Face to face with greatness and it's strange. Don't even know how you feel.
What do you think, Grant? Do you like it?
Not that bad. Books, right?
Yep. Average size pod is usually about 100.
Oh.
Oh, check it out.
When they're first born, they're about the size of a somebody's ass.
It's interesting because when they get sad, you kind of want to throw in the towel. At least, like, it's my first reaction to be like, they're sad. Let's go home.
Are we doing the wrong thing?
I know, but the only reason we say that is because we've never done this before. Whereas, like, if we were sitting in a home and they came home with a hard day, which of course every kid has, we'd just say,
tough it out.
Yeah, tough it out, right? That's life, buddy. Because we're kind of on pins and needles a bit for how this works and how long it's worked. Even Harrison has developed a habit to basically heading outside.
He just leaves. Yesterday we all took a nap and he just woke up first and left. And when I came out, him and Lincoln were just playing out here, the 3-year-old and 5-year-old. Having to teach him that that's not exactly how we do it.
No, not quite. For those of you who are curious, we're on the north side, right?
North side
in Princeville. And so we're about a stone's throw away from Queen's Bath, which is beautiful, by the way.
Which we've been to now twice.
I know. We're going a 3rd time. It's a love. Totally worth it.
Super cool.
Totally worth it.
Take it up.
This is like the ultimate infinity pool. I'm gonna show you what I mean in just a second. Awesome.
We sort of tried surfboarding. We bought a surfboard at Costco and took it to the beach and had pretty much a horrible night.
So we got the board, we got there, and there was like these riptide signs, which if you don't know what a riptide is, look it up. But basically it's pretty dangerous. It'll kind of sweep you out to sea and you really can't fight against it. You just gotta like go with it and go to the side. We weren't planning on getting real deep in there. Even with the surfboard, I wasn't actually planning on getting out there and surfing that day. I was just planning on like pulling the little kids on it in like the little wading pool. While I'm doing that and kind of getting it ready for like our 3-year-old to just kind of like in the knee-high water, Lucy runs out with her board and she just jumps right into the water, and she's been out there with her boogie board a ton. We've been to that beach a couple times, and
All of a sudden my stomach just dropped out of my body. And I looked to Chris and I could tell this fear hit him too. We both just watched her drift out, these huge waves crashing over her constantly.
at the end of the day, we weren't even trying to go out. It was just, she just wasn't paying attention. She's 10. Her most popular phrase to us right now is, I'm not a baby anymore.
I'm not a baby.
I'm not a baby. So when I just started going out to go get her, she started to realize what was going on. I was hollering at her. By the time I grabbed her, she was panicking. She'd been hit by a wave or two and she couldn't breathe. And so about this time I start pulling her back and it's just not happening. Like, it's not working out well at all. And this boarder shows up thinking it's just me and I'm like trying to surf out there or something. And I ask him to go help Lucy, and I tell him, look, I'm already going in, I can touch the ground, I'm good. It took me about 25 minutes, which is not that far.
It was 50 feet.
Yeah, it's not that far at all, but it took me 25 minutes, even walking, just to get myself back in. That's how strong the tides were.
It was scary. If she hadn't had a boogie board, I don't think she'd have made it, honestly. I mean, it kind of makes me laugh now, but it was terrifying.
We were blessed not to have anything crazy happen.
So anyway, we leave, and the next morning, and the surfboard's still strapped on with bungee cords.
Onto the top
So
of our car.
I'm driving the road down to Lahui, and all of a sudden I hear, and then it, and I look in my rearview mirror, and sure enough, it's back on the road. Oh crap! So I pull over, put it in park. By the time I get out and start jogging back, I see someone picking up the board. I'm like, oh, how nice. They're going to pick it up and hand it to me. And then they left. I stuck it in the back of their car and drove away. And all the traffic is now passing me again at 50 miles an hour. And I was just stunned. I was like, did they not see me? I mean, I'm like 20 feet or less from where this board was. And I called Chris to tell him we, like, pretty much didn't even get to use it.
I know. In hindsight, maybe we just had the board for a day so we could save Lucy.
Yeah.
That was pretty much it. Whoever took that board, I mean, they just jinxed themselves.
I know, it's got some bad karma.
Mojo, right?
My mom and I took the kids on a hike.
1, 2, 3, cheese.
That turned into basically a huge mud bath. It was a blast.
It was crazy.
It's American Ninja Warrior!
It was tons of mosquito bites, beautiful scenery. Of course, you don't get anything else here, but we hit this area of construction with these giant, big, fat tire tracks that were just full of muddy water.
Backhoe.
And so the boys were all over it. The 3-year-old jumped in immediately, and then the other boys followed, and Lucy kind of, am I too old for this? I want to do this. Will people think I look dumb? Kind of a thing, and finally she just embraced it, full on laid in the mud.
Her hair and everything.
We had mud fights. There was a big stream, so they then went in the stream and played around. It was super fun, but it was really messy. Oh wow, Grant! There was a hose, thankfully, at the end of the hike, at the trailhead, because it was in a park, and so we just hosed them off like fire hydrants, stripped them naked, you know.
So those are a few of the things we've done. We loved our helicopter tour.
Oh, yeah.
We did it. That was awesome.
All right, guys, so we got the doors off today. Guys, worst case scenario of today's flight turning into a cruise.
Yeah.
I'll let you guys know ahead of time.
Okay.
Probably by me screaming. Just kidding.
Don't tell me you don't care. You still need me.